exactly DLS Play 3F2021. So today we are going to be do our presentation about the business and consumer credits. So the first question will be following by me, Amity Jindra, and the second question will be doing by Rishi Kumar, and the third question will be doing by Shelby Raj. So let's look at the first question. So given information is house price is 267,000. So down payment is 20,000% of the house price. So loan period is 15 years. So annual interest rate is 10% of compounded monthly. So let's move to the first question. Price of the house. The price of the house is given directly, that is 267,000. So that is the price of the house. Then deposit is 20% of the pricing house. So the 20% of times by 267,000. So the deposit will be get at 53,400. So that's the second answer. So let's move on to the third one. The third one is the interest on annual rate. For the annual interest rate is given directly, that is a 10%. So let's move on a principal. For finding the principal loan is easy. There's a formula, that's a principals equals to cash price minus is a down payment. So our cash price is a house price. The house price is 267,000. So the down payment is the one we are times with down deposit, that is a 53,400. So cash price is a 267,000 minus 53,400. Then we will be get 213,600. That is the principal for the question number 3. Then let's move on the monthly interest rate. To finding the monthly interest rate, we need to use the formula, that is monthly interest rate equals to annual interest rate and divide with the 12. So the monthly interest rate we get 10%. The 10% divide with the 12 months. So we will get the monthly interest rate is 0.0083, which means 0.8333%. Equal payment per month. For this question, we need to take a look again, because what kind of this question? Is it a personal loan or car buying loan or anything? But this is housing loan. For finding equal payment per month, we need to use the housing loan interest formula, that is interest equals to PR plus YR divided by 2 times by time. So our P is already given and our R is already given. So to find the Y is equals to P divided by T. So the P is a 213,600 divided by 15 year. So our Y will be get 14,240. So let's apply in our interest formula for housing loan, that is PR plus YR divided by 2 times by T. So our P is 213,600 times with 0.1 plus with 14,240 times with 0.1 divided by 2 times by 15 years, we will get the 770,880. That is the first stage of our interest. So the next stage is we need to know how much the total interest for the Gloria's house. So first is we're going to be use this formula to find it, that is the total loans equals to principal plus by interest. So our principal is already, we get it, that is 213,600 plus with 170,880, we get 384,480. So that is our total loan for our Gloria house. So from here to finding the monthly payment, we're going to be use monthly payment equals to S divided by N. So our total loan is 384,480 divided by 180. So don't be panic. Okay, this 180 we get it from the 15 years times by 12. We're going to change in 180 months. So that is the 180 months. So we get our monthly payment, that is a 2,136. So that is our monthly payment for this question. Let's calculate the interest in Excel. So this is the information we are collect from questions before. Our loan is 34,480. Then our monthly payment is 2,136. Then the T is actually 15 year, but we change to months, to times by 12 is equals to 180 months. So let's break it up. Following the questions asked to be do contributed the calculations of interest in Excel table. So by using this, we can break it up for four rows. First is payment, second is monthly payment, and third is a principal paid, the fourth is loan balance. So for the payment still depend. Okay, the payments already we are finding, that is 180. So it's the duration of the month we are paying, so it's until 15 years, so that is 180 lah. So want to be 108, that's our payment. So here will be the months is 180. So the monthly payment, so the monthly payments we already find it, that is 2,136 ringgit. So this we going to be put here. Then this monthly payments is usual payment that we are going to be pay for every months until 15 years. So far we are collect these two information. So the principal paid, so principal paid, our loans that we are find it in our previous questions, that is this we are going to be paste here. And this principal, okay, this principal paid will be minus by monthly payments every month. Like for this balancing is you minus with the monthly payment that the Gloria House will be paid, will be get a loan balance. For example, principal paid minus monthly payment, we will get this answer. So this will be we going to be put in our new loan, that is principal paid. So this as a usual same equals to principal paid minus fee, monthly payment. As usual, this method will continue until 180 months. It means 15 years. This is the loans that are totally the Gloria House boat. So here is the full details that we are finding. So our total interest in the after 15 years is 0. So we finally got that answer for 180 months. It means 15 years later, the total loan will be a 0.
My name is Rishikumar, son of Sugumaran. My matrix number is 23DLS23F2041. The presentation about Chapter 5 calculation, which is business and consumer credit. Now let's go to the question. For the question 1B, the principal is Rm 120,000. The rate is 3.8%. Time is 7 years. First, the interest value. To find the interest value, we must use the interest charged formula I equal PRT. Interest charged equals to 120,000 times by 0.038 times by 7. So the interest charged equals to Rm 31,920 ringgit. The second part is the maturity value of the loan. To find the maturity value, we must use the formula maturity value equals to principals plus by interest. Maturity value Rm 120,000 plus by 31,920 ringgit, and the maturity value final answer is Rm 151,920 ringgit. To find the monthly payment, we must use the monthly payment formula, which is monthly payment equal to cash price plus by interest divided by number of payment. Before that, how to get the 84 months? 7 years times by 12 equal to 84 months. Now we can calculate the monthly payment. Rm 120,000 plus by 31,920 ringgit divided by 84 months, and the monthly payment is Rm 151,920 ringgit divided by 84 months. So the final monthly payment is Rm 1,808.57 cent. If Najimi wants to settle his loan after 2 years, you are required to calculate P equals to Rm 120,000, R equals to 3.8%, T equals to 7 times 12 equal to 84 months. The monthly payment is Rm 1,808.57 cent. T equals to 2 times 12 equals to 24 months. Now let's go to the calculation. A rebate. Rebate formula R equals to sigma times small n divided by sigma times big N times 1. There are two formula we should use in the calculation. First formula is sigma small n equal to small n plus 1 divided by 2 times by small n. Number 2 formula is sigma big N equals to big N plus 1 divided by 2 times by big N. To find the small n, must 84 month minus 24 month equal 16n. 84 month for big N, 60 month for small n. Now we can solving the rebate with detail. First step is use formula of sigma small n equals small n plus 1 divided by 2 times by small n, which is sigma small n equal 60 plus 1 divided by 2 times by 60. The answer for sigma small n is Rm 1830. Second step is use formula of sigma big N equal big N plus 1 divided by 2 times by big N, which is sigma big N equal 84 plus 1 divided by 2 times by 84. The answer for sigma big N is Rm 3570. Lastly, use the rebate formula R equals to sigma times small n divide sigma times big N times I. Before that, we must know I standing for what? Is standing for P times by R times by T, which is R equals to 1830 divide 3570 times by 120,000 times by 0.038 times by 7. R equals to 0.512605 times by 31,920. Finally, we founded the rebate answer Rm 16,362.35 cent. Thank you very much. Yearly payment that must be paid if he want to settle his loan after 2 years. First of all, we must use the yearly payment formula. Yearly payment formula is yearly payment equal to bracket n times monthly payment closing bracket minus by rebate. First step is bracket 16 times 1808.57 cent closing bracket minus by 16,362.35 cent. The second step is 108,514.2 cent minus by 16,362.35 cent. The final answer for the yearly payment is Rm 92,151.85 cent.
My name is Sharvinraj, son of Mayalugu. My matrix number is 23DLS23F2051. To find the compound interest on 12,600 for 2 years at an interest rate of 10% per annum compound annually, we start by identifying the values. The principal is 12,600, the rate is 10% or 0.10, and the time is 2 years. Since the interest is compound annually, the number of compounding periods per year is 1. We use the compound interest formula for the total amount, which is sum equal principal times opening parenthesis 1 plus rate caret opening parenthesis compound time closing parenthesis. Substituting the values into the formula gives us to sum equal 12,600 times opening parenthesis 1 plus 0.10 divide on closing parenthesis power opening parenthesis 1 times 2 closing parenthesis, which simplifies to sum equal 12,600 times opening parenthesis 1.1 closing parenthesis power 2 equal 12,600 times 1.21 equal 15,246. To find the compound interest earned, we subtract the original principal from the total amount. Interest equals sum minus principal equal 15,246 minus 12,600 equal 2,646. Therefore, the compound interest earned over 2 years is 2,646. This is a compound interest problem. When interest is compound, it means that interest is added to the principal amount at regular intervals, and then future interest is calculated based on the new total. In this case, the interest is compound semi-annually, which means twice per year. The formula for compound amount is future value equal principal opening parenthesis 1 plus annual interest rate in demical division number of compounding periods per year closing parenthesis time in years. In this question, a loan of 10,400 is borrowed for 4 years at an annual interest rate of 12.7% with the interest compound semi-annually. The compound interest formula used is to sum equal principal opening parenthesis 1 plus rate closing parenthesis power compound time, where P is the principal, K is the annual interest rate, M is the number of compounding periods per year, and T is the time in years. Since the interest is compounded semi-annually, M equal to and the number of compounding periods becomes 2 times 4 equal 8. The formula is then applied as to sum equal 10,400 opening parenthesis 1 plus 10,400 closing parenthesis power 8 and later 12 written against as to sum equal 10,400 opening parenthesis 1 plus 10,400 closing parenthesis. This leads to the final amount shown as 4,074.5. To find the rate of compound interest per annum that causes a sum of 1,200 to grow to 1,348.32. in 2 years. We use the compound interest formula to sum equal principal times opening parenthesis 1 plus rate divide compound closing parenthesis with power opening parenthesis compound times closing parenthesis. In this case, the final amount of sum is 1348.32. The principal is 1200. The time is 2 years, and since the interest is compound annually equal 1. Substituting the values into the formula gives 1348.32 equal 1200 times opening parenthesis 1 plus rate closing parenthesis power 2. To isolate the rate, we divide both sides by 1200, which 1348.32 divide 1200 equal opening parenthesis 1 plus rate closing parenthesis power 2, which simplifies to 1.1236 equal opening parenthesis 1 plus rate closing parenthesis power 2. Taking the square root of both sides give 1 plus rate equal square root 1.1236 equal 1.06. Finally, subtracting 1 from both sides, which get rate equal 0.06 or 6 percentage per annum.